BBC Radio Stoke.
Bet365 Stadium, Watford against Stoke City, a big old game for the Potters, who have a game flicked on and lands at the feet of Moran, who tries to work it to Al-Hamadi, edge of the penalty area, who's into the box and on the end of the ball, and Al-Hamadi's shot's blocked. Spins out and Shakvatadze, and then wins the ball back off him. Does well. Now Moran's trying to win it back in midfield. Pearson does that. Al-Hamadi takes a touch, but is crowded out by Watford defenders, and they're just knocking around short passes, and that's well won back by Pearson. Al-Hamadi gets a toe on it, but can't quite control it. And that was relatively comfortable for the Stoke keeper, and he plays it forward quickly because Al-Hamadi's on the shoulder of the defender, and he's beaten him to it. He's forced out wide, tries to play it back in field, and then he's wrestled to the ground by Matty Pollock, who surely will go into the book for that. That was a nice little turn from Al-Hamadi, who's played it past him and into the penalty area, and Pollock hauled him down. Free kick for Stoke. But a decent spot from Johansson, and Al-Hamadi held it up well and was the wrong side of him. No yellows for the diagonal. That's a decent touch from Kumas. And now Al-Hamadi is away down the right, gets to the byline, gets his cross in, it's blocked at the near post, and that will be a corner. Decent counter-attack that from Stoke.
Yeah, good diagonal ball, to be fair, from Junho, and a great touch from Kumas on the ball into Al-Hamadi, and so we need to try and get a little bit more support up there, a little bit quicker, but when you counter-attacking like that, it's obviously very difficult to get body.
Corner, and it's going to be played in swinger. It's headed down, almost. And now Moran turns it forward to the edge of the box, and Al-Hamadi and Tom. I like your football pitch notepad. Is that Welsh FA notepad?
It is the Welsh FA one, yeah.
Chamadou plays a good ball in. Al-Hamadi takes a touch, back to goal. Kumas drills it wide. He says it was
yeah, he's done really well. Good ball, Chamadou. Good layoff by Al-Hamadi, and Kumas has spun.
Ball, but they get away with it, and Chamadou. Al-Hamadi on the halfway line, he goes down under a challenge.
And in the middle to win it like that, just in there with Pearson, send Al-Hamadi off.
Yeah, really good through ball. Al-Hamadi is on his own again, corner of the penalty area, defender with him, throws in a step over, goes down. They won the ball. Watford just about. Abankwah stretching, got a toe on it. Al-Hamadi was on his own, had to try and beat a man. In the end, it was a good tackle, and it had to be inside the penalty area, Stoke corner.
Good break, good ball by Pearson, wins the ball and then breaks and plays an early ball to Al-Hamadi. Done really well, to be fair, and the centre-half's just about matched him. So a good duel there.
Force the ball in field, Chamadou. And Stoke are trying to win it back from Deli Bashiru, and they're flying into challenges. And now the Stoke fans are up, and now there's pushing and shoving, and finally a bit of life in this game. And the referee has walked away from it. And there is a ruck of players. Victor Johansson's come a long way to get involved, the Stoke captain, to try and...
He's trying to grab Pearson.
Yeah, he's taking Pearson away. That have been pretty uneventful precede it. And now here's Thompson. Decent thing, says the referee. Moran then wins it back for Stoke. Al-Hamadi can't take it into control.
Players.
We've played a minute and a half of 3 to be added on, and Al-Hamadi's penalised as Johansson launches the ball downfield for a push in the back on Larauchi. Lauza was the Watford player to go into the book, by the way. At the same point Pearson did after that little bout of pushing and shoving in midfield earlier on in this half. Probably the highlight of the half in terms of excitement levels. I don't know whether we've had one in this first half. No, there isn't. It's 0-0, and it's very, very much 0-0 at half-time. Stoke probably the better on the balance of play. And there's a little bit of afters between Al-Hamadi and Ngakia.
That's Pollock.
Mark Robbins is now in the referee's here. And, yeah, that's at least allowed me to give Rob Adcock an extra minute of commentary, because there's no point going through the uneventful first half. I was just going to say, on the balance of play, Stoke probably the better, but you've got stats in front of you. Did we have a shot on goal? I don't know whether we did in the first half. It's 0-0, Rob.
There's one thing for certain: if there is any physical altercations, Ali Al-Hamadi definitely won't necessarily
forward in that respect, and I think that's the only downside in terms of like the Pearce and Thompson are more aligned to being holding midfield players. I think one like Thompson's probably a bit...
There wasn't an awful lot for Chamadou to aim at in terms of movement, and he almost gives it straight to Watford, but...
I can understand why Al-Hamadi's worked hard and he's probably come to his limit when given Al-Hamadi a couple of...